Hello, hello, hello. It is Happy Monday. Hello. Let me give people some time to get here. Happy Monday. Those of you that are already here, I hope you're having a blessed, Monday. I think I just gave myself a paper cut. Hi, hi, hi. Those of you that are here, you know the deal. Share and like, please. Please share and like this video so we can get everybody in here. I'm going to give us a couple more seconds to get more folks in here before we start chatting about the weekend, right? Because today is Monday. My days are all messed up. I don't know what day it is some days. And if I look tired as I look at myself, it's because I am tired. But here we are. Happy Monday. Share and like the video. Let's here in the chat. Tell me hi. Where are you watching from? Ooh, I'm jelly. You at the beach? What beach are you? Well, no, don't tell us what beach you're at. That might be a little scary. For security purposes, don't tell us. But happy Monday, guys. Share and like the video. Let me know where you're watching from. Savannah, Aisha, you feel like you just woke up. I feel like I just need to go to bed. And I had a fairly easy day, but watching from Manchester, England. Thank you for joining us. It's pretty late over there. It's like 10, 11 p.m. No? Watching in a hotel in Lakeland, work grind. Thanks for tuning in, William. You're one of my faithfuls. I appreciate it. Continue to share and like. Let's get some folks in here. Aisha's watching from Maryland. Another one of my faithfuls. I hit Aisha up like, hey, I have some topics, but do you have anything that you want to talk about in particular? So while we're waiting for people to get here, if there are topics that you want me to touch on, like current topics, questions you might have, just inbox me. Put it in a comment here. DM me on Instagram. And we can talk about the topics. Watching from Minnesota, Florida. Oh, you're in Florida, but you're going back to Atlanta. Okay. Jamaica. Tapping in from Detroit. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'd love to have some more people in here. So keep sharing and liking, but I won't hold you guys any longer. Let's go ahead and run down the topics that are on tap for today. Yes, DM me with any of your questions or topics that you'd like for me to cover, or drop it in the comments. Not in the chat, in the comments, so that I can go back and look at the comment and plan for that. Okay? I hope that was clear. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, today is Monday, June 7th. Original Donovan. I love that. That's one of the topics that we're going to talk about. Not necessarily this question, but I wanted to talk about Shelly-Ann's performance this weekend. I wanted to talk about my performance this weekend. I wanted to talk about what's happening in Twitterverse, how we feel about that. What else did I have on here? I want to talk. So in the performance category, Sydney opened up this weekend in the 400 hurdles and opened up with a world lead. Dalila Muhammad is coming down, so let's talk about that too. Who are you guys looking forward to at the trials? Did anybody watch the fight last night? Did anybody watch the exhibition fight last night? Did anybody watch the fight? Well, anyway, we want to talk about what if one-offs are yes, Aisha. We want to talk about if one-offs are one-off events are good for the sport. So like, was the fight last night beneficial? Did you guys watch? I kind of sort of watched, but we'll get into it. Um so yeah, let's start off with, what do you guys want to start off with? Let's start off with my performance, because I feel like the rest of the performances were they're more noteworthy to talk about. So when we left off on Friday, before I get started, continue to share and like. Let's get some folks into the room. Share on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Let's get people in here and talk. My mom said she's also going to join the chat too, and I know y'all love to talk to my mom. So here we are. So anyway, when we left off on Friday, I let you guys know that I had a track meet on Sunday, right? Because Sunday was yesterday. Friday was the last time we went live. Yeah. So I ran the 400 and 200 at Prairie View. I ran 2 seasons best. I ran 51:45 in the 400 and 23:09 in the 200. I feel like I thought I ran 23:0 something in Houston, but I think it might have been when they did. But anyway, I have no complaints. I felt like it was the best execution of a race that I have done all season. Actually, Coach Clyde Hart was there, and he stopped to talk to me after my race, and he gave me what he had me through the 200, and I was like, okay, we're putting in work. And then an hour later, I came back and ran the 200. So it was a good day of season's best, good workout. For me, I felt good about it because I was like, I was kind of hesitant about doing the 200 after the 400 because I was like, man, I'm not 25 anymore, guys. But it was a good workout, and it was a good show for me, for physical fitness and mental fitness of like having to go through the rounds next week at trials. Um, so it was a good repetition for me, that like it wasn't something that I necessarily wanted to do. But the idea of in a couple of rounds, in a couple of weeks, in less than a couple of weeks, you're gonna have to run hopefully 3 rounds of quality 400s back to back to back. So this is a good way to get 2 high quality races in, of kind of modeling that. So although it was a 400 200, I think you guys follow what I'm saying. So we have 22 people in here. Continue to like and share the video. Thank you guys for joining us. Let's get some more folks in here. Thank you, Natalie, my moderator. Shop the 400 Meter Diva collection. I'm wearing war paint today. This is all I had the energy to put on for you guys today. So I was like, y'all gonna get the war paint today. But also, I wanted to mention, I get questions all the time about like how you can support me. And you can shop my collection. I post my Cash App here, but also there are things, I would feel more comfortable doing things where like, so Father's Day is coming up, birthdays are coming up. I'm on Cameo. You can book me on Cameo, where I will send a personal message to you or your loved one. And then there's also my Amazon link down in the description. If you shop on Amazon, even if you don't buy anything that I'm promoting on Amazon, if you just shop at that link, I'll get a little kickback. So if you're already just shopping, like, just help us out. So those are a couple of ways that you can support me, other than, what's presented here. If you're not into makeup or whatever the case may be, my link tree is here. I also do speaking engagements. I just, just hit a sister up. We can work something out. We can trade off a service. So moving on, that was my update on my performance this weekend. Feeling good. Obviously, I'm a smidge off the standard, but we're going to work some things out, and prayerfully I will be in the trials next week. So I want to move on to the super mommy performance this weekend. Trade of services are what? Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to keep up with like keeping the flow of the show going. By keeping up with the chat. Is it possible that you can do a tea time with Michael Norman? I'm gonna have to try to. I'm gonna have to see, like, I'm a different generation, so like I have to like bridge the like, hey, you may know me, but you don't really know me, but hey, let's do this thing. So yeah, I would love to do a tea time with Michael Norman. But let's talk about Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and her amazing 1063. So first of all, let me tell you guys a secret, right? I live in a household where I am not the favorite. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is my brother's favorite athlete. So it was so cool, to see. First of all, like, if you just know Shelly's journey and like following her from 2008 to now, what a dominant she was before having a baby, and then now as a mom becoming world champion, and then now running the second fastest time ever. I'm just like, girl, do it for the mommy nation. um Yes, shade from my family. But listen, I come from a family of like true track fans. You guys already know my mom and dad ran track. My mom is like a true track fan, nerd, all of the things, okay? And my brother, through high school and college, and there's 12 years between us. But like sometimes he would like have some sound advice for me for like my race strategy, or like how my season is progressing, and like things I need to watch out for and pay attention to. We're a track family. Okay. So just is what it is. This 100-meter final in Tokyo is going to be fire. And I couldn't agree with you more. Sub 10 Zen, I predict Shelly to get gold, Dina for second, and Sha'Carri Richardson third. Okay. Guys, keep liking and sharing. Let's get some more folks in here. I think on Friday we got up to 40, right? Let's see if we can push it up to 50 today. My dad should be very happy. He should. He should. Sha'Carri gotta catch up. Did I share this already? Fam will definitely keep you humble. Listen, I remember one time, I can't remember who it was that asked the question, but it wasn't even like a question to me. It was like to my mom or something, like, so like, does Natasha do? My mom was like, listen, Natasha does the dishes, okay? There's no special treatment in this house, in this family. Everybody pulls their weight. So yeah. So what were you guys' thoughts on Shelly-Ann this weekend? Keep an eye on Elaine Thompson. Yeah, Elaine responded with a 10-8. Natalie, thank you. I'm not scheduled for any Diamond League meets, but that could change. Hopefully that changes. I would like to go over to Europe before Tokyo. One last little tour. Did I miss any comments up here about the exciting Shelly-Ann Fraser performance? I know y'all saw the tweets popping off. I know y'all saw the tweets popping off. Robin Ronquillo, I hope I said that right. Ronquillo. I hope one of those pronunciations is right. I cannot wait for Tokyo. Sames. So, oh my goodness. Shelly is so technically sound, and she's very humble. She is. Yes, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. That's who we're talking about. Well, I'm not. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce didn't tweet. But there was some tweets that I was like, you know what? We're all kind of like jumping to assumptions that like we don't even first of all, we don't even really know um what she's talking about. So a few weeks back, or probably about a month ago, maybe more, I had talked about Sha'Carri Richardson's tweets, who has been having a stellar season herself. She's run 10-7 two or three times already for the season. Okay, we're at 30, guys. Continue to share and like. Let's get it up to 50. Um, and so she did tweet this weekend, and she said something along the lines, I meant to have it ready to put up on the screen, but yeah. She said something along the lines of like, my presence in the sport is making it interesting, or something like that. And a lot of people jump to like, this was I don't even want to call it a shot fired to Shelly-Ann Fraser, because I didn't feel like it was a shot fire, but it definitely got like the pot stirring, and people like, with their comments and stuff. And I think it's entertaining. I believe top three will go under 1070. I think it's entertaining for a number of reasons, because it's like, number one, like, I think everybody's just craving to see track and field and to see the rivalries again. And like, everybody's tired of COVID and being on lockdown, and like just wanting to, see the sport thrive. And it's like, now we're having these rivalries, that's that I think is interesting, because it's like, on the one hand, I feel like she gets a lot of flack for spicing it up a little bit. And I've said before, it's not my cup of tea. It's not something that I would do. I just don't, I don't know. It's just not who I am, but it works for her. I don't think that it's wrong. Or, I think she's definitely making it interesting. Um, but I think while she gets a lot of flack, I'm like, you know, I, y'all were telling us that we were too nice to each other as competitors. So now we're getting we're getting a little bit of the spiciness where, oh, we're getting, here's my mom coming in. We're getting a little bit of the spiciness. We're getting a little bit of the rivalries that people were saying that they missed. And so I'm like, we got to decide which one we want. Or, maybe we could just, respectfully have the debates, Um, Shar and Friday, I'm an old school retired athlete, not used to the taunting, loud talking. I'm just old school and wouldn't do it, but she can do it and just back it up. Right. And that's same. Like, I don't trash talk. I wouldn't even know how to begin to trash talk, but you know, it is interesting. I'm watching. I want to see them clash on the track. And I mean, like, literally, like, race each other clashing. Like, I don't mean like, back and forth war, Ray. Um, but what I will say is that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce's resume is one that cannot be debated. She definitely goes down in the books as one of the all-time greatest, from the standpoint of longevity and performing at a high level, for a long time, and gold medals. And we were even talking about it, that like, I mentioned to my mom this weekend that a lot of times when we have the conversation about greatest athlete ever, it's like an automatic that we make it an American. But I'm like, I don't know. Shelly won gold in 8, 12. I'm not sure how many world championship goals she won in between. Somebody's gonna correct me here in the chat. Um, and she came back and won in 19 after having her son. And then she's definitely a medal contender. I mean, my pick is for her to win gold, but and now she's number 2 all time ever. Sounds like one of the greatest athletes ever to me, you know? So VTech 10, you hit this spot on. People, I think you meant to say people are not used to the ladies getting a little spicy. Men trash talk all the time. That was one of the points that I wanted to bring up. Guys, we're almost at 40. We're at 36. Let's get some more folks in here. That is the issue, that Sha'Carri is a girl talking smack. Because if we saw, and I'm just picking names out of the clouds, Trayvon and Christian Coleman talking trash, like, or another one who does it. He's a little spicy. Noah Lyles. Like, I thought this is what we wanted, but is it because it's coming from a woman that it's a problem? You know, I wonder. I just wonder. Yeah, Shelly-Ann won double gold in 2013. See, y'all getting me right. Y'all getting me together. Martin said the same thing. She won 2009, 13, 15, 20. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. See? Mm-hmm. Shelly wins and smiles. I do love Dina Asher Smith too. I love but y'all know I love Dina for Dina is like my girl crush. Literally. Um yeah. So ooh, this is a good question. What resume is more impressive? Allison B. I would have to put both of their resumes side by side. Because I mean, Allison, how many she's up there with in the medal count and the gold medal count as well. Um and her first medal was 2004, was her first Olympics. She won silver in 4, silver in 8, gold in 12, silver in 16. Ay, ay, ay. Well, Shelly's already winning the Olympic medal count in terms of golds for the individuals. You know, Allison does have the gold on both relays a few times over. So that's somebody put it side to side. Let's see. That's a good one. It's a really good one. Humble doesn't produce a buzz or get recognition. Felix is one of the greatest runners ever. All I ever seen her was one commercial for Nike. I beg to differ. Allison gets quite a lot of coverage. She's in a lot of endorsements and stuff. So you don't always have to be braggadocious is the word that's coming to mind, but don't throw no shade my way. Yeah, if we want folks to talk about the sport, athletes talking is helpful. It is. It is. Okay. Allison has won 19 world medals. I think if you've never played sports, people aren't used to trash talk. People who spectate are always shocked. Okay. 19 world championships, 13 gold medals. Okay. Yeah, Gwen Torrence was a little spicy too. I remember that. She was spicy. Resumes do the talking. Okay. Shelly individually has Allison beat Olympic gold wise, but Allison got them world championship medals and the range in sprinting. Now, this is a fair point because Allison, I believe in 12, finaled in the 100 final, didn't she? Allison is the true definition of sprinter from 100 to 400. So I like this point a lot. I like this point a lot. Shelly has 5 Olympic medals. Allison has 9, including 6, and Shelly has 2 golds individually. Yeah, Shelly. I don't see it over here in the US, but from what I see that she's doing in print, I believe this. Jackie Joyner Kersee is the greatest athlete of all time. Greatest sprinter still is Evelyn Ashford. Okay. Mommy, what do you think about that? I don't know, guys. I don't necessarily agree with that. Oh, I keep hitting my okay. We have 43. Continue to share. Let's get some more folks in here. Um, People who have just joined, we started out talking about Shelly-Ann's performance this weekend, but now we somehow ended up comparing Shelly's resume to Allison's resume in terms of who um I started it off by saying a lot of times when we talk about the greatest athletes, our immediate thought is to go to Americans, but I'm like, hands down, Shelly-Ann Fraser is she is one of the greatest ever. And so then somehow we ended up comparing her and Allison's resumes. But neither here nor there. They're both Hall of Fame. Like whatever day they announce they retire, tomorrow put them in the Hall of Fame. Like their resumes. Um yeah, Allison gets a lot of publicity, and she has great endorsement deals. Like, and another thing about Allison is involved in a lot of things like behind the scenes too that people don't realize. So Allison, she's she's the silent killer on and off the track. I just say that. Like she's definitely the boss on the track, but also a boss off the track. So um yes, hitting the like button really helps push the broadcast so others can discover my channel and come in here and talk about track and get more eyes on the sport. Sure, I agree. I agree. And I agree with this. I understand it as a turnoff in track, and especially for Black women to be like that. But her chucking up the deuces at the NCAA championships made a lot of buzz come back to the sport. I agree. I mean, if you think about Usain Bolt's is it to the world? Is that what that means? I forget what that became so iconic. Like it was just a simple gesture that it is like a universal, it's like saying the word no. Everybody in the world knows and recognizes what that is, right? And so the idea that like she threw up the deuces cuz like I won and I ran 10-7 on y'all. Like, come on. Um I remember my junior year at NC's, one of my favorite photographers, he actually told me, he was like, look, you're about to win this race. Give me a good photo at the end. Throw your hands up or something. Like, and you want to be able to look back on those moments and see that like you celebrated and you have something cool. Like, I can't wait for Liam to get old enough for me to like show him pictures and stuff and like tell him the stories about those experiences and stuff. Like, let us celebrate. Like, it's okay. It's okay for us to do a little celebrate, a little dance for all the hard work that we've put in. Um, I have not been to the new Hayward Field yet. Okay, I think this sums it up, and then we'll move on to the next topic. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is the greatest short sprinter of all time, and Allison is the most versatile sprinter of all time. Her performances in the 100, 200, 400 are incredible. I'm slow with these reactions. I'm still learning, but this is the one. This is the one for sure. That is it. I'm going to put this up and I'm going to take it right down. Okay. So next subject on the agenda. And that's no shade, but that's just That's what some people, yeah. I happen to like her coach. I don't have a problem with her coach, but yeah. So moving right along. In line with performances, we had another blazing performance this weekend. No shade over here, no shade. I'm just calling it like, we're having a conversation here. Um, the next blazing performance was Sydney McLaughlin's first 400 hurdle race since 2019. And boy, did she come out blazing. 52:83. World lead, like, bloop, on that. I won't cuss. um, yes, Aisha. It wasn't shade. I was just not going to elaborate. Um, yeah, Sydney is, I think I've told this story before. Sydney and I were suite mates in 2016 with Michelle Carter and I. They put the young bucks, Sydney and Vashti, in our room because, they were young ladies and they wanted them to be around responsible. Me and Michelle have the mama auntie roles on the team. So they wanted them in our room so that we could look out for them. And Sydney was just the sweetest thing. But we could tell, like, when she didn't make the final and how disappointed she was, Michelle and I looked at each other and we were like, she's going to be a problem for these girls to come. And I mean, to come back from not having run the 400 hurdles since um 2019, I'm just like, huh. And this comment here leads me to what I want to talk about. Sydney versus Dalila again is going to be so fun. I had so much fun watching those two go at it in 2019. Dalila also ran 54.5 this week, which is an improvement from last week. We saw her run 55 something. And both Dalila and Sydney come from programs where their coaches are on like periodization in terms of like, I don't worry about like them being ready when it counts, and that being like, make the team, but in 6 weeks when we get to Tokyo, it's on and popping. As we saw Dalila break the world record at the trials and then come 6 weeks later and break it again at World Championships, and for Sydney to go under the world record too. Like, let's not miss that. Both of those young ladies ran the world record. Of course, only one person gets the world record, but they both went under it. And I think it's a interesting conversation. Thank you, moderator Natalie. Go follow me on Instagram. Do all the things. But the world record could definitely fall again. I'm excited to watch them at trials and see what Dalila gets down to, what Sydney gets down to, and ultimately what they push out of each other. They're just an exciting duo to watch. Truthfully speaking, what makes it even more exciting for me is the media, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I love Sydney 100%. She can definitely, oh my goodness, can't forget Shamir. And this is the point that I'm about to get to, right? Because the media, we've had conversations before. Thank you, mommy. My mama gonna get me together. We've had conversations before about like the media choosing, who they want to choose and the story that they want to tell. Shamir is not looking good. Shamir is looking damn good. Okay. She got some folks shaking in their boots. And what I think is interesting about Shamir and Dalila is they are being coached by their brothers. Or Shamir and Dalila's coaches are brothers. So it's like this coaching rivalry, this athlete rivalry, and it's in the family, and it's interesting. Yeah, Shamir Little went sub 50 in the 400. She got that leg speed to do something crazy. Let me tell you something. What I see happening here is a relay selection this summer is going to be I don't see relay selection happening without there being some drama. I'm gonna just put that out there. Because it used to be 400, that's what we picked the pool from, but I'm sorry, Shamir Little. I'm sorry, Sydney McLaughlin. I'm sorry if we see Dalila get back down to world record shape. This shall be interesting. And I'm going to just be sitting in the corner like, I'm fit. I'm ready to go. Let me know. But we are just talented. This team going to Tokyo is insane. That 4x4 world record is looking a little shaky. Yeah. 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 Cannot deny. Cannot deny. But I wanted to go back to what to me makes the Sydney Dalila rivalry, and now add Shamir into there. So interesting to me, or so exciting, was that I'm a fan of all of them, but it was so interesting to see like how, even going into trials, Dalila, had the edge. Going into world championships, Dalila had the world championship, and you're like, but mommy, a thing moo. What is Team USA gonna do this summer? What I don't want to be nobody's coach making these decisions. Okay. Nobody's coach making them decisions. Of course she can. I'm sure she's entered. I think we're all guessing that she's gonna run the 800, but who knows? But yeah, like I was watching the whole thing in 2019 and I'm like, yeah, Sydney she's a problem. She's a beast. But we're not going to talk about Dalila. I mean, this girl broke the world record twice in 6 weeks. Do you know what it's like to break a world record in 6 weeks twice? Okay. So, I think this summer is going to be very interesting. I will be at the trials focused on my 400, but I'm also be watching them 400 hurdles. Okay. And the thing is only about to be 19. I'm telling you, the future of women's track and field it's on fire. It's on fire. Sydney versus Dalila is so good because media wants so much to push Sydney as the new queen to be crowned, but Dalila is like, Come on. And that's how I feel about like, we're at 45. Keep sharing, keep liking. Thank you guys. You guys are doing the YouTube things. I appreciate it. To go back to our earlier topic about, Sha'Carri and her tweets and like seeing her line up against Shelly-Ann Fraser, Dina Asher, Elaine Thompson. My God. Like this, who is not excited to watch these races? Who is not excited to see these rivalries happen? Like, I'll admit, like I have I think because I myself, over the course of my career, I have been the underdog and I've been counted out in a lot of instances. And if I could go back, don't forget about me. That's why I'm just like, I'm rooting for, I love Sydney, but I'm rooting for my girl Dalila. She's also from New York, so maybe it's a New York thing too, where I'm just like, nah, y'all gonna put some respect on Dalila's name, okay? Put some respect on Dalila's name, all right? Okay, my moderator is gonna get me together. Let me do the things. support my foundation. We are currently running a scholarship for young girls to go to high school nationals at the end of the month, June 30th to July 3rd, in Eugene, Oregon. The ladies have to qualify first, of course, but then submit a 300-word essay, letter of recommendation from a teacher and a coach. And once the ladies arrive to Eugene, we will be reimbursing their families some of their travel. So support my mission to continue to keep girls in sport. I benefited from this type of funding myself when I went to high school nationals. And so, I'm all about paying it forward to the next generation, as well as programming through my Natasha Hastings Foundation. So donate, support, spread the word to any young girls that I know. I have some coaches in here. Share the word with any young girls that need some assistance getting to nationals in a couple of weeks. All right, back to the tea. Let me go back up to some comments. I saw something about Michael Norman. I can't get to it, but I saw something about him possibly going under 43. Listen, it's possible. It's possible. But we'll see. We'll see. Records are made to be broken. I know Fred Curley has been eyeing it. Everything that he tweets, posts, he's on phase 42. And he's been sprinting, and that's my philosophy. The faster I am, the better I am at my 400. He just has to put the things together. Let's see. I'm excited to see it. I would like to be there to witness that. How do you feel about the low-key wave of athletes and fans that feel the new Nike spikes are too good to be allowed to be used for competing and seeing the results associated with them? Shakari and I am not hip to this information. I'm going to have to go back and research that and come back to you. I really don't have, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that because this is the first time I'm hearing this. So before I give an opinion, let me go and do my research on it. Thank you for letting me know. Me either. Me either. But when you set a goal, you got to eat, sleep, dream, boo-boo, believe it. I know the guys doing the yeah. But for now, let's just be glad that track and field is on TV. But I feel you. I saw some things. And to be fair, like because of COVID, things are definitely not being run the way that they normally would be run. And so, yeah, there were some things that I saw that I was like, ooh, we should clean that up. But, Paul is putting on meets where he can. And the big point is that he's providing opportunities for us to compete where opportunities are very limited. So I agree, but I will give them some grace because I do think that they're doing a good job and doing the best that they can with what they have. Wow, I need to catch up because this is news to me. There are some good other sponsored athletes leaving their shoe companies to run in Nikes. Wow. Huh. Did you like UNF's track? Is that where I ran in Jacksonville? If it is, I believe so. Yeah, it was a good track. It was nice. It was a nice stadium. It was nice. All right. I believe we're getting off topic here. This is interesting. You're an American with a Jamaican father and an English mother. Are you not happy when Jamaican British win races? Yeah. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? I was sitting here just giving Shelly-Ann Fraser her praises and talking about how she's the favorite in my house and how I'm actually rooting for her to win gold this summer. Where did that come from? Or maybe I'm misreading that. um, what about Salwa Nasser? I haven't really heard much about her either, honestly. And to be quite frank, I'm over here in my own little bubble worried about me getting into these trials and getting on this team. So there's that on that. Now this I am aware of, the marathon shoes, but I did not know about sprinting shoes being a thing. All right, what else do I have on the docket here? Okay. So this next topic came from Aisha, because let me give y'all a little backstory. Aisha always kind of checks in with me about like topics that I've covered, or, maybe we should cover this, and so after we got off the live last week, she was like, "Oh man, we talked about Naomi Osaka, but we didn't talk about the fact that the Com app has promised to cover her fine and also offer services to athletes in need of mental health help." And so I was like, "Aisha, I wrote down some notes for today, but like, what other topic should we cover?" And she was like, DK Metcalf, one-off events. How do we feel about it? So essentially, last night was the exhibition fight, Mayweather versus Paul. Was a winner even announced? So I actually had some girl time last night. Oh, I haven't shared this. I'm kidless. My son is visiting his father for the month, and so I have been trying to be intentional about like using this month to focus on me, focus on the trials, go hang out with my girlfriends. I wanted to go get my nails done. I have not had my nails done in I don't know how long, but that didn't happen today. So I went out with my girlfriends last night after the track meet. I came home and got cute, got jazzy, and met a couple of my girlfriends and just had some girl time. And then we went to this bar and watched the fight. Yeah, living with his father for the month. Yeah, I go see him this weekend, right before I head out to Eugene. So yeah, mommy gets a little break this month. Miss him like crazy. I boohooed my eyes out, but day by day it's getting easier and I am being more productive. And this is the second live in a couple of days. So, give me my flowers, y'all. Give me my flowers. You saw me in my green outfit. Yes, yes. I was out in them streets last night. So back to the topic about the fight. Like, number one, was it exciting? Thank you, Natalie. Was it exciting to watch this exhibition fight? I honestly, I'm a Mayweather fan. However, his last few fights, which I was like, I thought he was retired, but um, I feel like his last few fights were kind of boring because I'm just like, you're not gonna beat Money Mayweather, and his strategy just always seems to be to let the guy come out swinging, go hard, and then he just goes in for the kill at the end, which is pretty much kind of what we saw last night. Although it kind of fell a little bit flat, but you could tell Paul was like gassed by the end of the fight. Like he was waiting for them to be like, "Please ring this bell and end this fight." But like, was that good for the sport? DK Metcalf coming over from football and having sort of an exhibition race at was it the Mount Sac that he ran at? Like, is that good for the sport? Do we want to see more of that crossover for marketing reasons, or should we just let well enough be well enough? I had no interest in watching the fight, just mad that they called Avery Wilson Avery Johnson. I didn't even catch that, but you're right. They did call him Avery Johnson. Everyone who paid and didn't even pay for the fight felt like they were robbed. And I saw something earlier in the day where they were saying that Mayweather already made $30 million before the fight even started, and he stood to make $100 million by the time it ended, and Paul made 20. I was just like, you know what? I would love to have them kind of problems. Okay. Okay. a money grab. Listen, I'm trying to live in a money grab. All right. All right. I mean, I enjoyed watching the fashions. I enjoyed watching the people come in to watch the fight, but the fight itself, I was just kind of like, not really here for. I'm not really here for. Definitely a money grab. Somebody 5'8", 150 pounds should not beat somebody 6'3", weighing 200. And did y'all see Paul's brother talking about my brother beat Mayweather? Like, have several seats, okay? Have several seats. Exactly. Those are good money problems. I think the football players versus track athletes on the track needs to happen so then boys learn some of these women. Funny you say that because the 100, I don't remember them doing it this past weekend in the 100, but last week the American Track League did have something where it was leading up to, or there was a prize for the fastest 40 in the 100, and Brianna Williams won it for the women's 100. And I can't remember what she ran. It was like 4.4 maybe, and I can't remember, was it Trayvon? His was like 4.0. And so they lined it up against like the best in the NFL, and it's like, yeah. Recognize, okay? Recognize. I'll get to that in a second. I would love to see Tyreek Hill in a one-off event. I remember Florida State recruiting him for track and field exclusively. Money grab for an influencer with over 10 million followers. Yep, exactly. Was it windy in Prairie View or in Jacksonville? It was windy in Jacksonville. It wasn't too bad in Prairie View. I'm trying to talk too fast. Sorry. I haven't even been paying attention to the time. Oh my goodness, we've been on here almost an hour. That went by fast. They recorded women's, y'all be getting me together, and ran 4.56, which was faster than a lot of these NFL boys. Exactly. Rachel Wilson, I felt like it was a waste. I don't feel like it's good for sport athletes to put in a lot of work in their respective sports, and it's like they are saying I can do what you do, and that's a no. Rachel Wilson, this is my point exactly. So I had a conversation recently that you may or may not see because it was being recorded, but I don't know in what capacity it will be released. So I won't say too much, but I'm going to tell you what the conversation was. But the conversation was basically about athletes going back and forth to other sports. And similar to what I was saying last week about, as I'm saying it out loud, I'm thinking about Ocho. He didn't get knocked out, but he got, anyway. I didn't see that fight. We didn't make it to the bar in time for the undercards. But anyway, I was expressing how I feel like it is so disrespectful to watch another sport and just simply, and I think it's disrespectful for even fans that sit back and like, man, you suck and you can't do this and I could put on pads and do blah, blah, blah. I could get on the track and run. Da, da, da. If you could, you would be doing it then, right? Right? So the idea that like I can just go from one sport to another and because I'm athletic do it better than you, is like, nah, bro, it don't work like that. Like you got to do the work, you got to put in the time, and that was one of the things that I did acknowledge about DK Metcalf. Like I knew that he wasn't just putting on spikes. Like let's be clear about a couple of things here. First of all, those guys that are training to get their 4.4, their 40 times faster, who are they going to get their times down? Track coaches. Okay. So y'all don't think that DK Metcalf went to a track coach for a few weeks before he got on the track? Okay. But even though he went to a track coach, you can't just do a few weeks of training and come over here and think you about to blast people that do this for a living, as well as considering like you got to get in the elements of the sport. Like, it's one thing to run down the field behind another football player, but you got to react to a gun. You got to get in the blocks next to somebody, feel their energy, not let their energy mess you up. Know your race plan, stick to your play, like all these things. You don't just come over here and just do it, you know? And so that's, my whole point of like athletes just being disrespectful to other sports, or, and is it harming the sports, or is it, a good, I mean, I do think on some level it's exciting, people want to see the rivalries, want to see the matchups. But it's mind-boggling to me. Rachel Wilson, I don't know which part, because I went on a whole monologue there, but I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, the level of respect for our sport is definitely lacking. That one was funny. That one is funny. I don't remember this, but I'm pretty certain she won that race. The point is, she raced him and beat him. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't think one-offs bring anything to the sport overall, because the folks that are watching for that athlete are only tuning in for that athlete and not returning when that athlete is gone. Exactly. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. It's a one-off. You may get a couple of people that end up staying. They see something that they liked and they stay, but I don't know. I personally feel like that fight last night was a waste of time. I was glad to get out and wear my green dress with my green sneakers and hang out with my girlfriends, but I didn't get nothing from it. I didn't get anything from it. I was not entertained, but I love Mayweather. I got a funny Mayweather story for y'all. And then there was a question up here that I'm going to get to. I'm going to answer. So in 2016 in Rio, in my mind, I was saying, don't confuse the two, and I still did it. But anyway, in 2016, so first of all, at the World Championships, at the Olympics, there's what we call the mixed zone. The mixed zone is the zone after your race that you have to go through, where it's pure wickedness to me, because you literally, after running a 400 and running your heart out, you literally walk up like 5 or 6 flights of steps. Well, to be fair, it's not flights of stairs, but you have to walk up some stairs, and it's like 5 or 6 rows of just media. And whatever, it's media outlets from across the world, whatever media outlet wants to stop you and talk to you. You don't have to, but you should stop and talk to them. It's recommended that you stop and talk to them. Yes, he did. So at the top of that mixed zone, I happened to be, it was after my semifinal round. And so I was waiting to watch the rest of the rounds. As you know, you want to see like, okay, where did I fall? All right. So I'm probably going to be in such and such lane in the finals. You want to see what everybody's running. So I'm standing there watching the rest of the meet. And like, I hear someone like shouting down at me, and I'm like, what? What's going on? And then I hear, you run like me. You look like me when you run. You're smooth. You look like me. I was like, oh my God, it's Mayweather. I couldn't get a picture of nothing with him because he was way up there. But needless to say, I was flattered. I was like, oh my God, Money Mayweather said I look like him on the track. So that is my Mayweather story. So moving on. Okay, I'm going to answer this question, and then I'm going to go back to the question. Why are they showing 40-meter times? Because they're feeding into the hype about comparing football speed to track speed. The short answer. Y'all enjoyed my story. Thank you. Thank you. Because I don't have no proof. It just happened. And it's something that, like, I'll always remember about Rio, that, like, Money Mayweather said I look smooth like him on the track. So, I don't remember. Listen, he may not be able to read very well, but he is a businessman, okay? They announced last night that that man has grossed over $1 billion in boxing, okay? $1 billion. I don't know no other athlete, maybe Michael Jordan, but his is in sales. Um, who else has amassed that kind of wealth from a sport? So, all right. Um, Somebody asked, I don't remember who, but I saw the question about why they are saying that I'm not qualified for the trials is because I'm not. um, I the qualifying standard for the trials is 51:35. I ran 51:45. However, there is a provision based on the field size. So the field size is at 32. And so that is what we are banking on, me getting into the trials next week. The field size and where I fall in the ranking and who's running, et cetera, et cetera. So, very good question. That is what's going on. So I need all my prayer warriors that are in here to pray that things work out in my favor and I'm allowed into the meet. Thank you. Thank you. Pulling for you. I appreciate it. So that answers the question. Very good question. I kind of figured that might come up too. But yes, thank you for asking that question. And I am appreciative of your prayers and having my back going into next week. But my flight is booked, my hotel is booked. I'm claiming it. We will be in the trials. Okay. Thank you, Peter Wagner. Oh, did I say that right? Wagner. Thank you guys. Yes, it was 40-yard times, not 40 meters. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. I do. Okay, so let me look at my notes. I feel like I covered everything that I had that I wanted to talk about, and we are over an hour now. Thank you guys. You guys are so awesome. I really, really appreciate the support. You really have no idea. I guess I'll share before getting off that, like, I did not watch. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm planning on retiring after this summer. And so some of this stuff, like, I enjoy coming on live and, sharing, you know, my experiences, but sharing my reaction to this weekend's performances. And it's kind of cool to see that y'all want to hear from me and hear what I think about the thing. So I look forward to continuing to do things like this, when I walk away from the track. So, I appreciate it. The baby boy is awesome. I mentioned earlier he is visiting his father in Florida, giving mommy a break, time to focus on getting on the team and some other things that I wouldn't usually have the time to do when he's here. So baby boy is awesome. I spoke to him a little bit before we got on the live here. Thanks for asking. Y'all gonna make me cry. Okay, so if you guys have any last questions before we get off, we've been oh, okay. You don't visit your parents. Okay. Well, I said he's visiting. Did I say he's visiting Florida? He's with his father in Florida. Is that better? um okay, so pop culture. I did not watch Ready to Love. I've never watched it actually. So maybe I'll put that on the docket to try to watch before I go to bed tonight. I watched Married to Medicine last night. Ooh, yes. Let's speak and pray this one into existence. Okay. Okay. Yes. See me in Japan. I don't watch Married at First Sight. I'm a Bravo girl. So now you guys, this is your question. I don't fully understand it either, to be honest. And to also be honest, I don't really like touching doping cases, but I have questions. I do. Um all I can go off of is the reports that I've seen, where she was given a 5-year ban, but she's appealing it. So during the appeals process, we will see her at trials next week, and then hopefully she's able to plead her case. If she makes a team, then she'll get to run in Tokyo. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I have questions too, though. I do. Um, Tokyo needs me. Y'all are so sweet. I love you. Uh, I like Housewives of Potomac, and that's it. Let's not talk about the D word. The D word. What D word is on Bravo? 90 Day Fiance is your show too. I'm gonna try to catch up with these shows. I literally just watch TV Monday nights and Wednesday nights. I watch Married to Medicine on Sunday on July 11th. William, you had us messed up. Excuse me. I thought Potomac was coming back last night. It comes back on July 11th. Um they meant doping. What did I miss? What did I mess up? Yeah, I'll be trying to I'll be trying to have 6 conversations at once. Tough Gong, what did you think about Shakari's tweet? We talked about that. We talked about that at great lengths. So when this is over, go back and watch the full live. So, but we did talk about it. I'm here for it. I am. Not my cup of tea, not what I would necessarily do. But I enjoy I enjoy watching her stir the pot. Oh, the D word was for doping. Thank you. Yes. That I don't really like to I would like for this space to be a space where we uplift our athletes, and, I'm on the sides of the athletes when they're right. I'll say that. But yeah, I have questions on that one. So if I don't have the correct information, I won't speak on it. Um uh, oh wow. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Oh, thank you for the Cash App, Nicole Anderson. Thank you. Appreciated. I'm getting notifications about athlete support for the trials too. All right, guys. Well, okay, so I'm going to go watch some of these shows on demand tonight and see if we can sprinkle it into our little talks. um no more Angelique Ellis, your thoughts on combined women and men's 4x4. I'm not really honestly, I'm not that big of a fan of it, but it does create more opportunities. And as I mentioned earlier, we gonna need it this year because the depth of the women's 4x4 right now. My. Do you really watch other sports? Um, I watch basketball during the championship season. I don't watch it during the regular season. Um, I watch college football. Um, and I watch like the highlights of like I've been watching the highlights of the gymnastics. Um, what else do I watch? I enjoy going to women's volleyball matches. There's some things that like I prefer to go to versus watching on TV. Track is also one of them too that I prefer to be at a track meet than watch it on TV. But um that's not nice. That's not nice. Um they're putting on a 4x4. Would you be up for that? Possibly I would be. Yeah. Possible. Um Maybe might get some vlogs. I thought about it. Um if I do, you won't get it during. You'll definitely get it like a week or two after trials. But I did think about vlogging during trials. I did. I enjoyed volleyball in gym, but I don't know that I would be a good. Oh, you know what? I saw someone asked what happened to Tori Bowie, and I saw this on Facebook too. Tori Bowie got injured and seems like she's focusing on her modeling career right now. Okay, good to know. Good to know, because she is killing the modeling game too. I think my mom likes this show. My mom likes that show a lot. How's school going? I'm withdrawn for the summer, but I will be back in school in August. I withdrew to focus on trials, the games, hopefully running a couple of Diamond League meets. So yeah, I withdrew for the summer. Thanks for asking. Definitely vlog, then decide if you want to share. Yeah. Vlogs is a distraction during any meet. I wouldn't expect vlogging from you. So that's the thing about vlogging, and I guess you guys can answer that here, where I would certainly not vlog like while I'm warming up, you know. So if I vlog, it would be like when I get to Eugene, um what my setup is like in my hotel room, um pre-race stuff, so like going to the track before, on the days leading up to competition, maybe some of my interaction with, the other athletes there. You would see more of that stuff more than actual competition, because yes, vlogging is a distraction. And so I wouldn't vlog that kind of stuff. Maybe I would vlog like taking my ice bath. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, then yeah, I can definitely vlog that stuff. Maybe my reaction after the rounds, kind of talking about how I felt through the round, that kind of thing. Um, but you wouldn't see. Please concentrate on making the team. You know, um, concentrating, yes. But also one of the things that I think is cool about vlogging is, as much as I put it out for people to get a behind the scenes and all of those things, I actually am kind of like, in 10 or 15 years, like how cool would it be to actually take a walk down memory lane and go back and like, because a lot of my career, I feel like, just blew by, and I don't have memories of like being in certain places in the world and like having just amazing experiences that, like, because I've been so caught up in making the team, making some money, winning races, this and that, that a lot of the experiences and the moment has been missed. So, and that's why I say, like, if I do choose to vlog, it would not be of, you know, me warming up for the race, or yeah, you're not going to get that kind of stuff, cuz yes, when it's time for me to be focused and, that's just that. But maybe the stuff outside of that, I think it would be cool to go back and look back on and share with you guys. So, hey, Diane, welcome to the chat. You late, but you here though. We talked about all kinds of stuff. We talked about the FloJo biopic on Friday when the news came out. I think oh, yeah, okay. Look at my YouTubers doing the YouTube things, sharing and liking and getting folks in here. Um, yeah. Okay, you guys said we want you to focus on your races. As long as we get more of you, that's all we care about. Just focus on the race. You have vlogged in the past during meets and we liked it. Yeah. So I'll probably do listen to pull my camera out when I get back to the hotel and do like a 5 or 10 minute like reflection on the day. That's no big deal. But no, you're not gonna get me vlogging during if that makes sense. Uh how was bingo last week? I lost. They took all my money. But it's I don't miss bingo. I'm gonna miss it at the trials though. I was thinking of still playing, but no, I don't. Bingo was good though. It's good to get on Zoom and have some interaction with my friends. Um, all right, guys, y'all will keep me on live all night long, and I would love to, but I needs to shower, get in the bed. So remember, you came for me. And it is a scam because every week I put my little $15 in the pot. And let me tell you, I've only won like twice. um, but we're wearing war paint tonight. And so, again, ways that you can support me, shop my cosmetics line, 400mdiva.com. Book me on Cameo. That information is in the description. I can send a greeting to you or someone you love for their birthday, or Father's Day is coming up, any special occasion. Maybe you have some kids going to national, whatever. I can wish them good luck. If you shop using my Amazon link, you don't have to buy what's on there, but just buy something and I'll get a little commission if you use my link. What else is there? Support my foundation. We're sending girls to nationals at the end of the month. So also any high school girls, Diane, I know you're working with some high school girls. If you got some girls qualified for nationals, send them over to nhfcares.org and they'll see the information there to apply for the scholarship funding to head out to Eugene, June 30th through July 3rd. What else am I offering right now? I feel like that's everything. So I war paint and a meal plan. I should work on that meal plan, huh? Oh, well, tell their families to donate, okay? We trying to get some girls to nationals. I enjoyed this conversation, guys. This was good. So what we'll do is we'll keep, coming back with it. Diane, we should have had you here for the Shikari conversation. I know you got some spicy comments. But we'll keep the topics flowing with the current pop culture topics. I'll keep you guys posted on the trials. If I get back on live before the trials, I will send out a notification. Yes, we got to have Diane on for season 2 of Tea Time. Diane, I'm going to have to get my questions ready for Miss Diane Dixon to come on here and spill the tea. I would play it by ear. If the blogging flows easily, then okay. If not, please focus. Yes, I will do that. I will do that. Thank you, Aisha. I know it'll be on fire. The Amazon link is down below in the description, and I'll double check that before I sign off here. But yes, thank you for asking. You don't have to buy anything that I have listed, but if you're just shopping on Amazon, if you just go to Amazon using my link, I'll get a little kickback. On this note, y'all, Look out for the notifications, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that when I do schedule these lives, you are alerted so you can be here and we can spill some tea and have a good time. Again, I thank you all for your well wishes. I see it, Diane. Thank you all for your well wishes. Continue to pray for me and my entry going into trials this week, and pray that I have a healthy trials and get on the team and all the things. So anyway, thank you all. Have a good night.